Hey team, this is the training for the bill or Divvy card. You should be getting a card in the mail. It looks like this, bill or Divvy card, it's a Visa. Once you get that card in the mail, you need to reach out to Angie to let her know you've received it. The next step is she's going to actually send an invite to you to activate the card and download the mobile app. And then you'll follow the processes and the prompts to set up your password. Your login ID is your email, FYI, but you'll set up your password there. Another way to download it, if it's not in the link in the email, is you can go to the store and then type in bill.com. You'll have this in the Apple Store. It has two different ones. You want to select the bill, spend, and expense. That's the one that we were going to work with. And that's it's this white one down here at the bottom. So let's get into it. So you log in once you get everything set up on your for your login ID and password. So start at the top here on the home tab, home tile. You have what's available to spend. That is what you are allocated each month to spend that your card maxes out at. That does not mean that this is how much you need to spend this month. This means that how much you have allocated to you, and you're going to have to answer for reaching that budget or needing more. So please do not spend all of the budget. Just know that that's the max that you can spend on that particular budget. You can also request additional funds should you run out of money, you have a large expenditure. For instance, if you have a VSS truck and there's a major repair needed and you have to use your card and it exceeds the amount that's on your card, you can request additional funds. You follow the prompts, you put in the information and reason for request. It goes to your supervisor. Your supervisor can then allocate the funds to you, and that will allow you to actually, it raises your limit temporarily so that you could make that particular purchase should you need to get by. You can view the budget policy. You can switch the active budgets. Like I have 3 different budgets that are assigned to me: PD, overhead, warehouses. We also have IPV. It's according to what your position is as to which budget you have. That being said, you also, when you make a transaction, you'll have something in the to-do list for missing information, should there be information missing in there for a particular transaction, and you can see your budgets down there at the bottom. So let's go across the tiles on the bottom real quick, transactions. Here I can see all of my transactions, and then I can see all of the transactions for myself and whoever's assigned to my team. So Alton was traveling this week or last week, and these are some of the transactions he had, and then I have my ones for myself as well. Also here you have the little plus sign in the middle. Okay, so the plus sign, if I tap that, I can either send funds from my budget to somebody else's. Won't do that very often unless somebody's requesting money and needs is in kind of a bind trying to make the large purchase, and I need to get it from my budget to theirs. And then I can also quickly add receipt, and then you hit more transactions should you need to conduct other transactions. On here, it has virtual cards. You can add a virtual card. We are not supposed to add virtual cards. If you add a virtual card, it will get canceled by Angie very quickly. These are meant for getting by in an emergency situation should your card be lost, damaged, or stolen. And we need to have it added to your phone so that we can get you through until your new card gets to you on site, your new physical card. But those will, if you create a new virtual card, it will get deactivated by Angie pretty quick. Sending funds, we already went through that. You probably won't use that very much. Add a receipt. You add a receipt, you'll select the transaction, and then you'll follow the prompts for the rest of the transaction process. Request funds, we've already gone through that. This is just another tile to be able to request funds. New reimbursement. So down here, the reimbursement tile is for any kind of reimbursement that is not able to be put on the card. So if I click on that, I can do an out of pocket. So this is something that maybe I paid for that VSS was supposed to reimburse. My card didn't work. I forgot it. Something, whatever reason there is, but it just needs a reimbursement back from VSS to me. I could do that. Mileage, you can click in this one, like mileage for apps. Let's say if I'm traveling for BD, I can put in the different starts and stops and it'll auto calculate my mileage for me all the way back in my entire route. I can also add the mileage manually in here and select which one, and then you go through the process of adding the miles, the amount, transaction date, things like that. So that's how you do the reimbursement. If you're traveling and you're going to get reimbursed for mileage or any other items, is how you do your reimbursements. So it's no longer on the Excel spreadsheet. All right, so now I have a transaction. I did this quick trip. So when I did it, I took a picture of my receipt. So let's say if I'm on here, I'm going to add a receipt, take a photo. Let's click the photo, use photo. So now I actually have two receipts in there. Both of them match up to this. So I'm going to charge this one actually to my VA warehouses. So this is the information that you actually need to do. So for every transaction, you're going to get a notification on here. You immediately go in, you click that notification, it pulls up the transaction, you tap on it, you add your receipt, then you have to add your budget. So in his case, I'm doing my VA warehouse budget, okay? Then on here, I'm doing my account, which basically is like, hey, what is this for? So this is for business meals, clicking on that, sorry, excuse me. So we'll do, I think this one I'm going to do under meals and entertainment. That's what it is. Okay, sub account. So in this scenario, I have to pick the actual warehouse or project that I'm going to be working on, that I'm charging this to. So I have overhead, warehouse, my Bay Pines, Augusta, VA Chesapeake, VA Columbia. So the IPVs, you might have Warner Robins, the Oklahoma City, or Ogden. So you select which one you want to do. So I'm going to actually charge this one to the VA Jags. So you're welcome. Your budget has now been reduced by $9. They're rich. So then you come here. I'm going to go to the project. Okay, this is my VA Puerto Rico project. Project task. I'm going to go in here and let's see. I have a series of tasks, so I have to put this information in as well. So meals and entertainment. So I know that it has it in here twice. The reason being is because there's an accounting side and there's a project orientation side. So we just have to make sure we fill out all the information. This part is super important. How you allocate the budget, and then the task, the account, the sub account, the project, and the project task are super important. This is where it's a little bit challenging sometimes, but you have to make sure you do it. You do it correctly, and you do it for the one that you're assigned to. Then I go in here and put in notes. So I'm gonna put meal for training. So you can use whatever note you want to. Make sure you put your note in there because that's your justification for making the purchase. And then it says the location and which card did I have in there. All right, so now my transaction is complete. I have everything that I'm supposed to have in there. Cancel. Okay, all right, so good to go. All right, so now it says pending. So this transaction is pending, just like my CVS transaction there is pending. And it's waiting on the actual charge to come through. Once it does, it sends a notification to my manager, and my manager will review it. In this case, Ben would review it, or Kenny, according to which budget I use, and then they'll actually, once they review it, they approve it, mark it reviewed, and then those transactions are approved. This is going to take the place of all of the spreadsheets that Angie sends out at the end of the month. You will still probably get fussed at. Not probably, you will get fussed at if you don't fill out the notes, if you don't fill out the proper information whenever you're going through and putting the accounts, the sub accounts, and the project and information in there. That's what helps us with our accounting. That's what helps allocate it to the budget, make sure that we're assigning it to the right person, the right truck, the right account, things like that. So please make sure you take the time, do your diligence. Once you've captured the receipt, you can throw the receipt away, and we don't have to submit the receipts at the end of the month. So as you're going along, this will you can actually make all the notes and everything else as we proceed through the process. So hopefully make us more efficient and make everything a little bit better along the way. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Angie or myself, and look forward to everybody working with the new Divvy app. Thanks. Bye.